Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today we've got to find a few items to list because I kind of went overboard on the listing and listed everything. So I need at least 10 items to list today. So we're gonna run around. I got a few new spots. I'm gonna stop at the bins probably on the way out and then just do a quick sweep, see what they got, see if there's anything good, and then stop at a couple places that I haven't been to in a long time and see what we can find there, and then probably stop at the bins one more time on the way back through, see if we can score anything else. But let's see what we can find. All right, we have arrived here at the bins. It doesn't look too busy. I mean, there's maybe 10 cars in the parking lot. There's 3 people sitting outside the door waiting to go in. So let's go in. It is raining out. It looks like some storms are coming, so that should be a fun element to the day. But let's see what we can find. Nice hard hat. Complete keto. Good looking to lose some weight. Yeah, I hope we can find that other one. All right, this is what we got so far. Gonna have to sort it out, see what's good, see what I gotta put back. So this is what we narrowed down to, and they got one more rotation coming I'm gonna stay for. All right, we just got out of the bins. It's getting a little crazy in there, getting pretty crowded, but found a few good things. Excited to show you guys. I think I spent $17. I think I got 10 or 11 items. So not bad, cost per item, under $2, which is always the goal. But we're gonna head to a couple places and see what we can find. Heading into the Muskegon Rescue Mission thrift store. Been a while since I'd been in here, so I wanted to take a look and see what the inventory looked like. Love this movie as a kid. Never seen this. We'll look it up. We found one measly item in there. This place has great pricing. It's pretty much a flat rate pricing, but I just found out they do a tag sale at all 3 of their locations, so something definitely to keep in mind on Mondays. Construction going on right behind me, so there's a lot of noise, but I'm excited. I've never been to this one, so brand new experience. See what we can find. Hello. This is insane. We've got the Kent Cole suit. It is new with the tags, so it's kind of nice, but sheesh. This looks sweet, but there's no internet here, so I have no way to look anything up. The price is a little high. All right, it's pouring rain outside. Of course, as soon as we go to check out, I look outside and see it just started pouring, so it's perfect timing. Got a little bit wet, no big deal. I got a few things in there, not a ton of good stuff, and kind of priced up. They were some t-shirts, and they were like $5 each, $4 each. I paid $17 for 4 shirts, I think, so like $3, $4, and $5 pricing, and I have no idea what they're worth, so it was kind of a crapshoot. I had to take a risk because there's no service in there, which is crazy. But on to the next. Out through the rain into the Goodwill. All right, we only found 2 things in there. Spent $9, so not terrible. One of them's kind of exciting, but kind of a roll of the dice. So we'll see how it goes. And we're gonna head back to the bins for one more sweep through, and then head home, and I'll show you the haul. And just like that, we are back at the bins. As you can see, it's filled in quite a bit here. I doubt we'll get a cart, but let's find out. We got books on books on books on books. There's so much to look through. All right, we made it back home. We're gonna do a quick run through on the haul. The goal was to spend less than $50, so we came in just under $50 thanks to a lot of this stuff being at the bins. I did buy some stuff that was priced up a little bit, like $3.99, $4.99, but nothing crazy. But we'll start with kind of the more hard goods stuff and media stuff. I got this vintage buoy. I thought to look it up. It's a company called Jim Buoy. It's a life ring buoy, but people use these for like decor in their boathouses or cottages. These go for like $50. Pretty lightweight. Shipping's gonna be a little strange on it, but I saw it at the bins. I was like, I'm gonna look it up. It's definitely vintage, and that was a good score. The sell-through is pretty high on them. Got a couple hats, an Aldi hat. Was surprised. I don't know. I like to look up like store hats and store merchandise because some of it goes pretty well, surprisingly. But this Aldi hat goes for like $15 to $20. Sell-through is pretty good on this one specifically. I think there were like 50 Aldi hats, and like 20 sold, but most of the ones that sold were this hat, so good find. Combat Action ribbon. This is a cool military hat. Don't think it's vintage or anything. The brand is actually Combat Action ribbon, but I saw some of these sold. This might be a flop, we'll find out. This was $2.99. This is Gaia Vera. Never heard of it. It is, I thought it looked kind of like Cuba Vera, so I was like, oh, I'll check it out. But it's definitely the Cuban style, but it's silk. And I looked it up, the sell-through is like 50%, and they go for like $20, $25. So that was a pretty good find. We found a pair of vintage Levi's 505s. Are these the vintage ones? I believe so. No, these are just 505s, which are 505s are great. They're in good condition. It's a good wash. The 505s sell for like 25 bucks. Good pickup. That was at the bins. This is a Howler Bros shirt. Had never heard of them, but I watched the Reseller Pandas, I think it's called, and they talk about Howler Bros shirts all the time, and they pick them up. So I was like, all right, I got to check this out. Sell-through is awesome. I think it's over 100%, and they sell for like $30 for a t-shirt, which is crazy. I don't even think it's organic cotton or anything. Toad & Co. This is just a plain t-shirt, but Toad & Co. does, they're higher end, and they do like all organic cotton stuff. I'm not sure if you can see that. The tag's getting in the way. There it is. But they do like 50% more organic cotton for their pants, for their shirts. It's higher end. Sell-through is pretty high on that stuff. Good finds. I don't know how well these are going to go. I've seen a lot of people talk about vintage Harley. This is a 2007. somewhere. But vintage Harley shirt, Statesville, North Carolina. Cool shirt. I'm thinking $25 to $30 for that. I did pay $4 for that one. And I'll put the comps up on the screen. Depending on how much time it takes, I'll try to do a running total because we spent just under 50, and we'll see kind of what we have in total merchandise. This is 9-line. This is like probably like a right-wing trucker military gear or brand of clothing. These sell well. Sell-through is like 50% on this stuff. I just picked up another one of their shirts the other day, so we'll see how those go. This is probably one of 2 really cool finds, I think. This is also a vintage Harley shirt. This one doesn't have the date. I'm guessing probably early 2000s. The tag is ripped off, which is kind of a bummer, but the back hit, as the kids say, is awesome. This is a really cool one. I'm gonna look up comps to try to figure it out, but I think this is like a $40 to $50 shirt. And then these, I couldn't find anything identical. I found some similar. I'm gonna have to back up to show you all the way. But these are vintage Ralph Lauren polo cargo 90s baggy. Luke is going crazy, so give me a minute. All right, and we're back. So I found these Nike dry fit like active pants. They're almost like a spandex. They're XXL. They were at the bins. They weigh next to nothing, so those were probably like 30 cents. Lucky brand women's jeans. They're in really good condition, great shape. They're more of a straight leg or a slim fit, which is better. I don't want the skinnies anymore. They just don't do great. Here is Cards Against Star Wars. So this is like Cards Against Humanity, but it's a Star Wars version. There are none, and it's brand new sealed. There are none currently listed. There are like 4 or 5 sold. They sell for like $25 to $30. I imagine that sells pretty quickly. Ed Sullivan show. This is like this is a best of Ed Sullivan show. Look these up. They sell for like 15, 20 bucks. This is at the bins, so probably like 70 cents. It's probably half a pound. Stephen King's It. This DVD goes for like $10 to $12. Nothing crazy, but this is super lightweight. I'm pretty sure these are under 4 ounces because I ship them all the time if it's just a single DVD. So at the bins rate, you're talking 40 cents, so not bad. Frogs. I might keep this one because it's super cool. I don't know. It's an MGM. It's like in perfect condition. It's got all these stupid like tags on it, but if I pull these off, I think it'll look really good. But this goes for like $15 and sells pretty quick. It was almost 100% sell-through rate. Brady Bunch. This is the complete final season, which apparently this one's harder to find because there were a bunch of these, and I looked up the other ones, and the other ones did not sell through well. This one does, however, for like $15. Here is a Wonder Bible. It is an electronic Bible. You see on the back kind of what it looks like. This is brand new. They sell for like $30. Sell-through is like 250%. They go really quick. This was a weird-looking anime book, or whatever you call it, manga. But I looked this up. These sell for like $15 to $20. Sell-through rate's pretty good on them. It was just a good find. Books are 50 cents, so that's a good pickup. Sell-through was good. These are like $30. This is Maxell C30. They're cassette tapes. They are brand new in there. I don't know if you can tell or not. But a whole pack. This pack sells for like $30 to $35. Sell-through was pretty good on them. And then I have a few pair of shoes. We got a pair of Merrell's. Merrell's, these are like a hiking style shoe. These go for like 30 bucks. Nothing crazy. They're at the bins, probably a pound, maybe a little bit more. Cost me like $2. Then we've got these. I had never seen these before. These are Incas, and a cool design. These looks like they sell for like $35, $40. They're in pretty good shape. Tread is like perfect. You can see it says Incas all over the bottom, but they're hardly worn. They're a little dirty, but they're in really good shape, so those should sell well. And then a pair of Timberland Pro. They're like the alloy toe. These were in good shape too. You can see the tread's like perfect on them. There is one little scuff right there, but the rest of both the shoes looked like perfect. These go for like $35 to $40. Sell-through is good. So these should go pretty well. And that is it. So that's what I found for under $50. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 20, 24 items. So we got just enough to list 10 today and 10 tomorrow, and the algorithm will be happy. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed riding along with me. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys Friday for the big sourcing day.